is a cauldron of pressure, and that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Volunteers offense will have the football first. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. Got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Just those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won, and last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. You're going backwards, and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over. That's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
He never had a chance to get it to the edge, and first play of the game, and you're already behind the sticks.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Off play action. He's going to throw deep right side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Finds a man on the left. That defense got gassed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
With the catch, it's Butler. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
That's caught. It's Milner. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And the Vols now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to throw again. Grabbed in the middle. It's Milner. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means 3rd and long. 3rd and long, now I go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
It is perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Auburn Tigers offense will try to get something going with their first possession. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Might be changing the route. Back to pass. Fires it incomplete. Quarterbacks work so hard on those mechanics, but sometimes things start moving fast and they get away from it.
It does, and when you get on that back foot, a lot of times that ball's going to drift, and you're not coming through the target, so you're not putting enough mustard on it to get it to finish through your target and the ball to get there in a hurry. So all those mechanics are things you work on, but you're right. When you put a defensive play in, it kind of changes that thing a little bit.
This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that one.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. It's Robinson. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. They're going to run it. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Down to the 26-yard line where the tackle is made. Pick up of 5 and a first down. The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Wants to throw on first down. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown Tigers! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Wants to go up top on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Rodgers. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 34 with a first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Finds his tight end. Turning it on. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Now the play fake. Here's a hit. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Yeah, and this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities mission number 1, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Thompson. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards and Nealon on 3rd down.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
Leaves it with the running back. Breaks into the open. Oh, what a cut. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. You count up those explosive plays in the game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, and this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the 2nd level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's Robinson. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Quick step and go. Touchdown, Tigers. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just handing the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Alabama was able to come away with the victory, but it was not the type of dominant win we've seen over the years. Roll Tide, sure, but this one lacked any real style points. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
What a great play on defense there. It was virtually unblockable. He reminds me of Nick Fairley, probably the most dominant Auburn Tiger defender that I can remember. He was simply unblockable. You could single team him, double team him up front. He was playing D-tackle, and offenses just didn't have an answer for him. This guy right here, there's times where he flashes a little bit of that Nick Fairley ability.
Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Brings it down on the right side. And he murders into the end zone. Touchdown ball.
Quarterback's quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Henderson. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
The analytics nerds say the goal is at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Welch. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside kick. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback making checks. Back to pass on 2nd down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They were able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the 1st down.
Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. Snags it inside the 20. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Now from inside the red zone. And the defense got him at the 27.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their 1st sack of the game here in the 1st half, and you can all of a sudden
throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn. And they take it in for 6 more points. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Under fire. Complete to the right. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. They'll go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Got a man.
That's a nice catch, and it's a good job staying in bounds. If a quarterback would just give him a little bit more room, maybe have a little bit more space to make a play. Instead, no gain.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it at the 20. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The keep this drive humming. Takes a hit as he fires. Touchdown, Tennessee! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So here comes the Auburn offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play and create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Creates a little space. That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39.
And with that run, he goes over 100 yards. We knew coming into this game tonight, they wanted to force feed him the football. They knew to win the game, they were going to have to establish the running game and be the more physical team in the trenches. You turn around and give this guy the ball, good things generally happen, and we've seen that over the course of this game.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They give him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Offense changing the play. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Got the quick pass. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
On the move, it's Robinson. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Right back to the well. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on third down. Looks as if Auburn will have enough for the first down. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Robinson. Finds a little space. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So they come to the line in the Wildcat. Wildcat going to give him a different look. Plows through the defense.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Caught in the backfield. It's Welch. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break.
And this defense has given up some yards, getting all the way down here to first and goal, but great job on first and goal. Getting a tackle for a loss and not guaranteeing a pass, but putting this offense in a more difficult situation and trying to end this drive by only giving up a field goal.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. A designed run for the quarterback. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Just enough time for one final play of the half. On the direct snap, it's Robinson. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a great one today in Knoxville so far.
The Volunteers will line up to kick off and start the second half. Looking for blockers. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Tries to do it himself on the draw. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense.
There he goes. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking for space, it's Robinson. Makes him talk to the hand. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
Second down, he'll throw it. The quick out. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
So here is the Tennessee offense. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the Volunteers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Grab behind the line, it's Davis. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Vols will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Takes it on the return. Slips through the line. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. They'll go to the counter play. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Using his legs, it's Robinson. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own, trying to get it in. Touchdown, Auburn! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And the extra point is good, and the score is 35-17. 35, Tennessee, 17. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Staley. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Rodgers. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few. The Vols are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to fire on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Rodgers. He goes out of bounds right at midfield. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Looking downfield on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do.
It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They'll start this drive going to the air. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Offense in a bunch formation. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Hauls it in. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact.
Oh, it's a fumble. They recover their own fumble, but doesn't do them a lot of good as it was fourth down and they'll give up the ball. Gives it on the option. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered.
Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run and run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Now with a first and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. Might be calling a hot route. He'll set up to throw. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers! And the pummeling has started. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Georgia looked less like a pack of dogs and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough between the hedges, and today they found a way outside of Sanford Stadium. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Pulls it and fires to the left. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's first and 10. Turning it on. the band might as well start playing.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown.
And that's why you've got a lot of receivers on your hands team. Guys, the best hands on your team, so they're able to hop on them.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. And the Tigers are facing 3rd and inches. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? The RPO, fire complete to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.